Welcome back to My Block Jags. I am Danelle Scurry. And I'm just waking up, wiping my eyes. And I look at my phone with text messages and notifications that we released Leonard Fournette, our fourth overall pick from the 2017 NFL Draft. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm completely shocked. I made a video earlier about how I think we should keep Fournette. Um, I'm a true Fournette fan for what he does for the team. The first running back we had since 2013 to have over 1,000 yards rushing. We haven't had a running back with this production since Jones Drew, and we just flat out release him. Doug Marone said that we couldn't trade him. We couldn't get a fourth, fifth, sixth, or seventh for him. I don't know if that's true. It sounds good, which is kind of weird because of the production he had last year. 1,100 yards rushing, over 500 yards receiving. So that's kind of odd that you couldn't get nothing for him. That's yeah. I don't necessarily believe that. Um, but it is strange. It is strange that they just flat out released him. I don't know what they're gonna do. I have no idea what the Jaguars are doing. Running back by committee, maybe. Rock Armstead, he's the same type of back as Fournette. If you go back, look at his Temple highlight tape before we drafted him. There's nothing. If you go look at his Temple highlights on YouTube, there's nothing that jumps off the screen and said this guy is very talented. Absolutely nothing. He's just a running back. Literally, his film shows you Fournette. There's not. I mean, he doesn't have no breakaway runs like Fournette had at LSU. He doesn't run over people like Fournette did at LSU. But his film looks like Fournette, similar to Fournette in the league. So I don't. He started one game last year. I'm guessing they're going with him as a starter. We got Chris Thompson. We got from Washington. He was a third down back, kind of like what Yeldon was. I guess we're going running back by committee. I have no idea, man. This is wild. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is strange. Fournette had over 2,600 yards rushing since he's been on the team in 3 years, and 1,000 yards receiving. Come on, now that's over 3,600 offensive yards. 3,600 yards that we're giving up in a player. Granted, he's not the player we wanted when we drafted him with the fourth pick. We passed up on Deshaun Jackson. We passed up on Mahomes. We passed up on all these quarterbacks that are they're the truth now that are balling in the league. I get that 110%. We passed up on all these guys, and we got this guy who production level is nowhere near them. But at the same time, he's productive. I mean, he's productive. We drafted him. He's productive. He's 2 seasons over 1,000 yards. His second season, he was hurt, had somewhere around 500, 2,600 yards altogether. I mean, 1,000 yards receiving altogether. Led the team last year in receptions. We're giving him up for what? Nobody on the team ran the ball last year besides him. Rock Armstead didn't really touch the ball last year. I don't know what that was about. I don't know if he didn't know the offense. I don't know if he wasn't that talented. I don't know if they fucked up with the draft and scouting him. And now that he's on the team, they was like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what. But it does not make sense in my eyes, to cut him now when we have the season coming up in 2 weeks to go with no experience in the backfield. Doesn't make sense. I'm just gonna say it right now. I officially believe we're tanking. That's 100%. I believe we're tanking. I think they're gonna say we're giving Minshew every chance for him to play well and to start and do all that. But I'm just keeping a buck. I think we're tanking. I think we're tanking, which is wild that the coaching staff and ownership is willing to tank when more than likely they're gonna be gone after this year. I don't even think they're going to make it through the year. How are you going to tank for a team that's more than likely not going to keep you? That's strange. So I don't know. This move is really blowing me, because out of everything on offense, talent wise, on a team last year, who are you going to say was the most talented person? You can argue DJ Chark, but you can argue Fournette. So that's strange. It's very strange to me. Not to mention, Norwell still has a job. If you're gonna cut anybody who didn't play up to their position or play up to what we asked them to do, how does Andrew Norwell still have a job? Come on, man. And we paid him a lot of money to come here. And he looks like he's not good. I don't want to call he's not good. I don't understand how we cut Fournette because you say he's underwhelming. He didn't live up to what we expected. But you keep Andrew Norwell. Come on, we drafted Brake as a guard. I literally thought Brake was coming in to replace Norwell and we was gonna cut Norwell, but we keep Norwell. Come on, man. These moves don't make sense, man. They don't make sense at all. So I believe we're tanking. More than likely, it's for Trevor Lawrence. I keep seeing everybody saying tanking for Trevor Lawrence, tanking for Lawrence, tanking for Lawrence. I didn't want to fall into the hype, but that's what I think. I don't know if we're tanking for Lawrence or we're just flat out tanking. I don't know. Was buddy from North Dakota State, Trey Lance, might be going for him. I don't know, man. I don't get it. I think they're saying all the positive things around Minshew because they actually want Minshew to play well, but they don't believe Minshew can win games. That's what I honestly believe. I think they're just going to say a whole bunch of positive stuff around about him, but in their back of their head, they believe he can't win this game. So it's just strange. This move to me literally came out of left field. So that's that. This is wild, man. I don't know what else is going to happen. Yeah, man. Shit, hold your horses for this season because this season is going to be long. It's going to be long. It's probably going to look like, 2012 when we won 2 games? 2014, I think we won 2 games as well. Whatever. One of them seasons. What was our old coach name who had 1 year? That year. It's probably going to look like that. Jesus, this is wild. Wild move. But, hey, what do you expect being a Jaguar fan? I mean, there isn't no expectations for when Jacksonville do stuff like this. I mean, you kind of, I ain't gonna say no expectations. You kind of look forward for Jacksonville to make the moves. I always say this, and I've been saying this for a while. If it doesn't make sense, it's Jacksonville. If it makes too much sense, then you know it's not Jacksonville. And to me, this doesn't make sense. That's a lot of production you're cutting for nothing. Yeah, you might say $4.5 million, but you also don't have the production as far as the running back. Like, I don't get that. Will you try to be the Detroit Lions with Matthew Stafford just throwing the ball a whole bunch of 40-something times a game? I don't get it, man. Jesus, I don't get this, man. But hey, Marone, Dave Caldwell, how do you still have a job? How do you still have a job? All the players that got us to the 2017 AFC Championship game are no longer on the team. How do you still have a job? Wow. Hey, but if they make it through this year, Tony Khan, Shad Khan is the worst owner in the league. I don't care about, you can talk about Buddy in Cincinnati and how cheap he is or whatever, but if they make it through the whole year and we look horrible, worst owners in the league. Worst owners in the league, point blank period. So that's that, man. I would not be surprised if something else crazy happened within the next 2-3 weeks, but that's that. That's the Jacksonville Jaguars for you. We do wild, dumbass shit, so that's that.